Okay, so we've got our mailbox all cut out, and I've done a little bit of scoring with my score pail, but I'm going to continue to score exactly where the Cricut has made the little score marks, which is such a cool feature. I know exactly right where all my folds need to be because my Cricut has pre-scored everything. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fold these, and you can make little creases with your bone folder if you want to. Make them nice and crisp so that your mailbox will stand up nice and sturdy. But before we put the adhesive on and put it all together, we want to decorate the outside of our mailbox. And we're going to be doing that with a couple different things. The first thing that we're going to be doing is preparing our Melissa Francis frame. And she has really cool vintage pieces that we carry at customcrafts.com. But this doesn't really match my design for my Valentine's Day mailbox because I've got a little bit of sparkle and shimmer. So I'm going to put a little bit of bling on this. And I'm going to do that now so that it has a little bit of chance to dry while we're doing our other steps. This happens to be the vintage frame, and it just comes one in a package, so you can view that on our website. And I'm going to just take a little bit of Flour Soft and spread it out evenly over my frame using a little paintbrush. Okay. And then just spread it out evenly. And then I'm going to be using some of my Doodlebug sugar and covering my frame. Okay, and then after it's dry and it's dusted off, you can see it will kind of shimmer and sparkle. We've done a couple different things here. We've used a Tim Holtz stamp, and the stamp is the Bank of True Love stamp that is off of his From the Heart collection. And then we've also used this, it's kind of an angel wing stamp, and this comes from the Royal Script collection. And then on the other side, we used some of the Seven Gypsies acrylic stamps, which we carry and you can find on our website. And then we also used the Mini Ornate Script stamp, which is down here in the bottom corner. Actually, these stamps are so neat because they're, you know, you can take them off, you can use them on the Rock-a-Blocks, which is what we're going to be doing today, and then you can put them back on the sheet where they belong, and you can keep them all nice and organized. And you get quite a few stamps in the one collection. So I'm going to start by doing the Bank of Love. And it's a little bit helpful if you kind of fold your mailbox up as you're working, just to remind yourself which way is up. It's kind of, sometimes you lose a little bit of perspective. So I'm going to be facing the side this way when I stamp my Bank of True Love. And I'm going to be using the Tattered Rose ink. This is the Distress ink. And then my stamp is bigger than my side, so I'm going to just use a scrap piece of paper and put that over the part where I don't want the ink to get. So I'm going to ink up my stamp with the Tattered Rose. And then I'm going to stamp my image on the side. And it's mounted, the stamp is mounted on one of my clear Rock-a-Blocks. So there's my stamped image. And then on the other side, I'm going to be doing the script. So again, You can fold your mailbox up just to remind yourself which side is the right side up. And again, I'm going to kind of block off the part that I don't want to be stamped. And I'm going to be using the small script, and again, tattered rose. And I'm going to be stamping it kind of like an offset, so on a diagonal. Okay, and then I have one side that has kind of a script stamped across it. On the side where I stamped my angel wings, I used some of the Perfect Pearls, which is a really cool product. If you haven't seen it before, you should check out some of our other videos. What you stamp the image with is kind of a glue medium, and then the Perfect Pearl, which is kind of like an eyeshadow or a powdery, sticks to that adhesive. And I'm using the Forever Red color, which is part of the Jewel collection, and they come in a set of 4, so you get all 4 colors, and then you get a little Perfect Medium, which is that glue medium that we were talking about, and the powder sticks to the glue, which is kind of a really cool effect. So I've got my angel wings here, and I've got my Perfect Medium, and you just like you're using a regular ink pad, get that nice and wet. And then I've got my Forever Red here. And again, you probably want to use some scrap paper so that you don't stamp where you don't want it to go. Okay. So I'm going to stamp my angels down. Okay, and then you can't see anything right now because it's a clear medium, but when I move the Perfect Pearls over the stamped image, you'll start to see it come to life. Okay, and then I use my large brush that comes with my Perfect Pearls, and I dust off my excess so that you can really see that stamped image. Okay, and then if you want to add just a little bit more shimmer to the top of the mailbox like I did here, you can run some double stick tape like a score pal tape. And I just ran 3 strips down the centers of each section. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim off my excess here. And I'm working on my Ranger Craft mat because I'm going to do a lot of over spilling of the Doodle Bug sugar glitter. And I want to make sure that I dump all my excess back into the jar. So I'm just removing the liner to expose that sticky. And then you just can dump that white sugar. Or you could leave one liner on and do a couple of white strips and maybe a red strip or a pink strip. That would be kind of cute. Okay. And then when you dump your excess off, you have 3 strips that are all glittered.